I don't.
As long as you got your ground paid for, and all of our inputs are paid for, then there's a little bit of money. But if you was young, starting out, making farm payments like I did back in the 70s, I don't know how they could do it. And I seen a big old bull snake go in the baler. So I waited. Bale 1, bale 2, bale 3. Glenn, there's a snake. I never even got it all out. He was way out in the field. And that's also the tractor that I was on the other day that just about got killed on.
Price of corn was like $1.50 and beans $3.50, but the inputs wasn't that high.
Yeah, back in the day, $4,000 would buy you an entire tractor, and a nice one. This afternoon, we're going to hook up with Davis County, Iowa farmer, and I'm always excited to visit a farm because I've got a lot of farming in my background.
Sure.
And most people that grew up in the state of Iowa, one of the leading agricultural states in the nation, do have farming in their background somewhere with some relatives, and so many of them are still doing it. So I'm always interested in seeing different farms and what they farm, what they raise, how they go about it. Always interested in looking at the equipment that they use, because that's changed a lot over the years too. So why don't you tell us a little bit about who we're going to see and what are we going to do?
Well, actually, we're going to cover a couple of farmers, and we're going to cover a livestock market too as well. But we're going to be talking to Leonard Robinson. He is a 55 plus year farmer, started when he was a young boy, and we're going to find out how things have changed in the farming industry with him. And we're going to kind of showcase this, folks, that some of you do not know the in-depth of what it takes to be a farmer. So
this is going to be fun too, because you talk about the changes that we've seen. I remember as a young boy, my granddad farmed with 2 or 3 Johnny Poppers and an old Ford Fergie tractor. I love that Fergie tractor, by the way. That was so much fun. Look where we're at today. Now we farm with equipment that's worth millions of dollars and has every bell and whistle known to mankind. Yeah. So there's a big disparity between 50 years ago even and what we are today. So it'll be interesting to see Leonard's farm, see what he's doing, and all the changes that he's seen. I mean, he's had to see a lot in 50 plus years.
Yeah, they have. And a matter of fact, not just growing types, but machinery's changed with it as well. So, well, let's go check it out.
So what was it like when you got started?
Huh?
What was it like when you got started?
Well, when I started, you didn't need money. I had $1,000 in the savings account for my sheep herd. And I bought a used John Deere tractor that was 3 years old for $3,500. The biggest one in the community at that time.
And what model tractor was it?
John Deere 3010 diesel.
3010 diesel, okay.
I even done a little bit of custom work with it. It was so big. I don't have anything that small now.
Now, what year would that have been?
63.
1963.
64 is when I started farming. I was a junior in high school. And my dad and a friend got me lined up with 2 small farms to rent for row crop. I didn't have any money other than a down payment to buy a tractor. Dad had a corn planter and we worked together. You didn't have to pay for seed corn. You paid for it in the fall after you sold it. Same way with fertilizer. Didn't have chemicals. When I started farming, I put anhydrous on. That was the first time my dad we ever put anhydrous on. That was the in thing. Just started. So
is farming something you always wanted to do?
oh yeah, it's all I ever wanted to do. I didn't want to go to school.
So farming beats school hands down.
Well, there's times when I got out of school, it took, depends on the bus route. We'd go an hour or before I could get home. It was a mile and a half. I walked or ran home, got on the tractor and went to the field instead of riding the bus. That was fun.
A little different nowadays, isn't it?
A little bit. Didn't have computers and calculators back then.
You about need all that technology for today's farmer, though, don't you?
Well, my son thinks so.
Well, let's see. GPS is a big thing.
Yeah.
Aren't there programs and equipment that will go over your field and tell you exactly where you need maybe a little more fertilizer here than other places, or maybe you've planted too heavily in one place as opposed to another?
They got variable rates that you can go on. I don't do that, but we take soil samples and all that, but we do not do 1 acre or 2.5 acre deals.
So how many acres do you farm?
Around 700 acres of row crop, 120 or so of alfalfa hay ground, and then pasture for the cows. That's about it.
How many cows?
Most of the time we're running around 40 head,
Okay.
up to 50.
All right. Well, why don't we take a look around?
Okay. Come on in.
Okay, what building are we in here?
I built this in 1984, 83, 82, I guess. Yeah. Because then we had the drought of 83. Lost my butt.
I well remember that.
Didn't have crop insurance. Didn't have anything. In 77, I bought the farm in the summer of 75, moved here in 76. Put up a steel drying bin. Had the whole 240 acre farm, 160 acres, planted to corn. Dry year. It looked beautiful until about the 4th of July.
It was horrible that year.
And
Hot.
it burnt the pollen,
Yeah.
so it didn't pollinate. So we dumped that 160 acres of corn in that bin and never closed the manhole, the walk-in door. They're just a pile of crappy stuff. So that was in 77. Then 83 come along and done basically the same thing. And this building was put up in 82. Every time I make a big improvement, we have a drought the next year.
And it's got to be difficult. How do you weather something like that?
Well, you don't spend your money. The banker told me don't buy anything you can get by without. That's the way you do it.
Is that what happened to a lot of guys back in the 80s?
Yeah, they went belly up. I bought a adjoining piece of ground. I can't tell you exactly what year before the 80s hit. The neighbor lost it, and I bought the contract. $1,200. In about 2 years, it was worth $600.
Didn't take long, did it?
Yep. And I still went ahead and paid the contract, and the old boy didn't lose a dime. Actually, I paid him off early.
So what is it? Are there guys that just, they want to go too big too quickly?
Yep. And before the 80s hit, I tried to buy an 80 acres and I ran it to 2,000, and the neighbors went higher. He basically, it hurt him really bad. If I'd have bought it, it would have probably broke me and I couldn't have got started again. So that's kind of like the other day. I didn't buy a piece of ground because I thought it was too high.
So what are the times like now when it comes to farming?
Not good.
I don't.
As long as you got your ground paid for and all of our inputs are paid for, then there's a little bit of money. But if you was young, starting out, making farm payments like I did back in the 70s, I don't know how they could do it.
Well, let's talk about that for just a minute, because that's one of the things I did want to address with you, because you're what, 55 plus years in this business, a long time. You've seen a lot of things. Kids that are just coming up, even if they're on the family farm, and maybe they're going to inherit that property one of these days, it's still got to be tough for a lot of them to keep it going, isn't it?
Yes, they're going to have their work cut out. The grain market goes up and down. It goes in cycles. Depends on if they can hang on a low cycle, and there can be good times. That's when you buy new machinery and all this good stuff. And then you have to end up paying for it in low times.
Well, that's it. And you don't know when the low times are coming, and you don't know how long the low times are going to last.
Nope, you don't. You don't.
So you're really rolling the dice in this line of work, aren't you?
Well, you don't have to go to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas.
And you're still a gambler.
Yep. My first father-in-law that I had, I told him how things was going. The hog business was sour, that I was losing money. Well, I wouldn't do that. Well,
Okay.
you got to ride the low out to get to the high.
Yeah.
And then when hogs went to 8 cents, I said goodbye.
How long did you raise hogs?
And like I said, I moved here in '76 and started raising hogs, so it would have been 98, 99 when I went out.
98, I think.
Yeah, about
I
98.
was just starting high school, so yeah, 98.
That's when all the big hog boys went in, and
So did you have a farrowing operation? You just fed them out? What did you do?
I started farrow to finish. Ran about 90 to 100 sows year round. Little over 2 times farrowed twice a year on them. Had 3 different bunches, so had old barn that I converted and had it heated with gas and 80 degrees in there for the little baby pigs,
They got to have it warm, yeah.
and then take them out of there and put them in the nursery that I had, and then finished them out on a confinement building, which was an old barn. It was a cattle barn. I poured concrete in it.
It probably had a whole lot different look than a confinement facility today does.
Totally different. And your pigs taste different nowadays too.
Yeah, that's right, they do. Well, you see all kinds of things though, don't you?
It's changed a lot.
Indeed it has.
And I would assume in another 50 years it'll change a lot more.
Well, what could it look like in 50 years?
From now,
What could it look like in 20 years?
well, little farms like this will not exist unless it's just some place to live and work elsewhere. And if
So
they
corporates coming in and taking everything over?
and if it's all going to be a computer robot world, then what?
Yeah, I've heard they even have GPS systems in tractors right now
Oh yeah.
that a farmer can basically sit in his chase lounge out in his backyard
They
and
do.
plow or plant or whatever he wants to do.
They'll be, I can't tell you how many acres they'll run. They will not run small fields. They'll pick out the better, flatter ground probably and
Sure.
farm it. And they could be sitting in Kansas City at a desk and farm all of Iowa.
And you know, from just 50 years or so ago, since you've been doing it, 50 years is really not that long for changes like that to come into play.
It's a long ways from what my grandpa started.
Wow.
He had one of the first tractors and threshing machines,
What tractor did he have?
an F30. And I have the book
Oh, cool.
upstairs, the operator's manual.
How cool is that?
And it shows all your parts and everything in
Sure. Oh my goodness.
it. So,
Well, give us a little bit of a tour here.
okay, this little building was 60 by 80. It's all steel span. No wood in it other than my upstairs part. This was my shop area. When I moved here, there was no machine sheds. Nothing. Since then, at one time when I built the building, I had a bulkhead and I could drop 20,000 bushel of corn where that hay's at.
Okay.
So now it's just hay storage.
So you do grain.
Corn and beans in Miami in the winter, except I've never been to Miami.
Never been to Miami. Okay. So corn and beans, and you obviously do hay,
Yes,
and you've got cattle.
yes. And the hay market right now is in the dumps.
The hay market is?
Yes. Everybody had all surplus grass hay everywhere last year. So hay is worthless.
Wow.
But
How long will that last?
until we have a dry spell.
Now you're baling it all big. Do people still square bale anymore like they used to?
Very little. I had a square baler with a thrower on it when I first started farming. Throwed it in the wagons, and then what Dad would take the wagons to the elevator and dump them, and somebody else then would put them in the hay mound.
Well, that was always my summer job growing up, is baling hay for the farmers.
Yeah.
Ride the hay racks, pull them off, stack them up. Oh, I have fond memories of the times in the hay mow. The heat, the dust, the wasp nest that you always ran into.
I can remember baling straw one day. This was a big, strong fella. He was on the hay rack. I was on the tractor with the baler, and I seen a big old bull snake go in the baler. So I waited. Bale 1, bale 2, bale 3. Glenn, there's a snake. I never even got it all out. He was way out in the field. And he said he wasn't coming back until I got rid of that. I thought it was funny, but he did not.
Probably-
like snakes.
Probably everybody else thought it was funny too.
Yeah.
Okay, what else are we got
This
here?
this is the biggest tractor we got, which
And
is
it's a baby now compared to the big ones they make today new.
that's
This is a baby?
I have never bought a brand new tractor.
Never.
I have bought a new riding lawnmower, but not a tractor. That has like 300 hours on it. I bought it up at Marble Rock, which is real close to Mason City. Mm-hmm. and I drove it and a 5-bottom plow home. 13 hours of driving time. And that's also the tractor that I was on the other day that just about got killed on.
Yeah, I heard about that. What somebody decided to.
She was texting on her phone, even though she said she wasn't.
Said she was adjusting her radio. I called full.
She got about that much of me, sideswiped me.
Oh, boy.
Got that wheel right there.
Well, this one I'm very, very well acquainted with because my granddad and then subsequently my 2 uncles farmed with a 4020 diesel and the John Deere 2510.
My dad bought a 2010 when I bought my 3010,
Uh-huh.
the very same day. The 3010 was a pretty good tractor. A 4010 was a really good tractor. That 2010 was a piece of junk.
Really?
Now the 2510s, they improved them, and it was,
Yeah, I don't remember any significant problems with our 2510.
no, the neighbor, well, that loader come off of a 2510.
Okay.
I went in partnership with him before I bought this farm. Was there for 3 years.
Okay.
When I got back out of the Vietnam, I went in partnership with a guy with 120 head of cows. And I done all the row crop. We split the calf crop. That was for 3 years. Then I went in partnership with another guy for 3 years while his son was still in the service. And when he wanted to come back out of the service, I come up here and bought a farm. So, yeah, I had 6 years trying to accumulate enough money to make a down payment on a farm.
Makes me homesick looking at that old tractor.
Well, I made the statement one day they could just bury me with that old tractor, and I come real close to dying in it.
Yeah. That one almost came true. Thankfully, it did not.
But so no, that was a big tractor when I bought that.
That was a really big tractor back in its day. Oh, those were great.
When I moved here, that old house sitting up there, the little garage, couldn't get anything in it. I had the garage totally full of my tools and what have you. The workshop was out on the gravel. I overhauled a combine out on the gravel. Until I built this building, I had no place to work on anything. So
So that's another observation. So many farmers back in the day, you did work on your own stuff. You fixed your own
I
stuff.
was so poor I couldn't hire somebody.
Well, how do they do it now with the
Well, it's
computer
too-
technology and the electronics and just everything that goes into it?
We're replacing an oil cooler in this tractor on the engine. But a lot of things I can't do.
Okay.
If you can't plug into it, you don't even know what you're going after.
They come out with a computer and
Plug
plug it
into it.
in, and then they tell you what all's wrong with it,
Supposedly.
and they have to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take you out here. So,
Sure.
So you got the grain bin system.
And it's getting ready to grow. Yeah.
I imagine the grain bins have changed a lot.
Well, when I moved here, I got an FHA loan, and they said, well, you need a grain bin and dryer? Well, yeah. So that was part of the loan. There it sits. That was a 33 footer, holds about 12,000. At that time, most people were putting up 10,000 bushel bins, but I went a little bigger. Then in the, what, 76? Not 76. What year? 07.
07 and 8.
07 and 8, we put these 3 bins up.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't big enough. So we put this little bin up. That's right at, not quite 50,000.
Okay. Now, if any of you want to walk up to the top of that thing, I'll be happy to film you going up there.
On a windy day. I ain't going up that booger, man. I ain't gotta. We were just up there the other day.
I put a big light on the north side of it to reach out into the cattle lot.
Okay.
And it's a little too high, too far away. I'm not going to
We're
leave it
gonna
there.
relocate it and try again.
Okay.
When I bought the place, or looked at it, the banker asked me, so what's it got for a house? I said, well, I didn't go look at it because there was people living in it. But I said, I evaluated it. Well, how can you evaluate it if you didn't look at it? I said, I put a penny on it. I bought the farm for the ground, not the house. After I moved in and talked to him later, I said, I only missed it by a penny.
Oh boy.
And that barn up there, the bigger one, that was a cattle facility. Wasn't any concrete on the farm. And then I turned those 2 doors into fairing houses and heated it. And then I put up the nursery. We farrow our cows now. But most people calve them, but we farrow our cows.
How'd you like working with hogs?
I never was in love with them.
Really?
Nope. I'd done it so I could make farm payments. It was a way to make a living.
Way to make money, that's right.
When they quit making money, we got divorced.
Yep.
Show you this other little building. We put it up in 2014.
Other
Think about it, it's been a little bit.
Well, that little barn building that we was just in, me and 2 other guys poured the concrete and put the building up.
Okay.
Now this one I hired done. The workmanship wasn't quite so good.
So what's typically all in here?
Well, got a semi set in here.
This is where all the big stuff goes that won't go in the other building. Our combine now will not go through the other door. It will not fit.
There's something down there.
Oh, okay. We'll get a look at that here in just a second. Let's kind of give us the 50-cent tour here. Yeah, that skid loader is a lot different from the other one. Yeah, I can see that certainly.
That's an 8 16-row planter. 8 for corn and 16 rows for beans. Most guys are running at least 16 rows or 24. or bigger.
I remember we had a little Alice Chalmers 6-row that we pulled with the 2510.
Well, my first planter was Dad's, and I ended up buying it. It was a 4-row.
4-row.
I went from 4-row to
8
8 row. Yeah, 8 row
8
wide.
row wide, which would be 25 foot, where this is 8 row narrow, it's only 20 foot.
There's our little cigarette rollers, little round balers. I got 2.
We have 2 of them?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like this. When you go to trade something in that's old and used, they don't give you much.
They don't.
So when this breaks down, I can hook onto that other one and go bale hay. There's 2 hay conditioners, one fairly new and an older one sitting
Yeah.
behind. Like I said, one breaks down, you can keep on going.
Yeah, you got another one to take its place.
Got a verdict.
All right, what else are we looking at here?
Yeah, there's 2 grain augers sitting in here.
Yes, there are. I bet that was fun getting in here.
And there's the first 4-wheel drive
Yeah,
tractor
Big
I had.
Bertha.
That was an 8630. I bought it over in the middle of Illinois and drove it home. And when it got to Fairfield, I had an oil seal go out and drop about 50 gallon of oil in the middle of the highway. Came home and told the banker I'd bought a tractor and we'd have to go get it. So,
I bet bankers have been through all sorts of issues, though. I mean, things happen, and you run equipment, they break down, and you've got to repair them.
well, when you buy something at an auction,
It's yours.
as is,
Yep.
where is. There's another tractor back in there, which is pretty nice tractor.
That looks like a nice tractor.
That's my planting tractor.
Okay.
Watch your head.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
that
see
thing
that.
It's an attention getter.
I can well imagine.
The first combine I bought was a 2-row corn head and a 10-row platform,
10 foot.
10 foot wide. This is 35. John Deere doesn't make anything smaller than this now.
And I'm not sure
Oh, really?
they make this class anymore.
My first combine's front tires were
as big as
smaller,
back tires.
smaller than these back tires.
Yeah, that was like my granddad's combine. It was a Case, and this is before Case IH got together, way back in the day. Let's see if I can get a. Well, these things are just mammoth walking alongside of them.
And this is, like I said, this one of the big ones they make now are classified as a class and combine.
Somebody young coming up to you and they say, I want to get into farming. How do I do it?
Well, the slickest
What
way.
what would you tell them?
The slickest way would be find a rich old farmer with a young, good-looking daughter. Marry into it.
Sounds like good advice.
Other than that, you're going to have a pretty hard time.
Yeah, it's just an uphill climb.
And there
all
is
the way.
some that young fellows that start with nothing and make it.
But
They're pretty sharp
But
on the pencil.
Well, but don't some brakes have to fall their
Yeah.
way too?
Most of them stepped in if their dads didn't farm or their granddads. That's where most of it comes from.
Anything that you want to cover that we didn't?
The one thing, the little four-wheel drive tractor you seen said Big Bertha. Mm-hmm. When I was probably 12, 13, my dad and I went to the Dairy Cattle Congress in Waterloo, and John Deere had just come out with a John Deere 8010, which was smaller than that. And they paraded that around, and my dad made the statement. He says, well, they can't sell that around here. The only place they could use that would be out in the middle of Kansas or Nebraska. He'd roll over if he seen all this stuff that we have in here now.
I bet he would.
And my grandpa, like I said, he started out with horses. He couldn't imagine this.
No, my grandfather wouldn't either.
Nope.
My grandfather had a John Deere A, B, and a 60, and a little Ford Fergie tractor.
Yeah, everybody had a little Ford tractor.
Yeah, oh, those were great. I love those Ford Fergies. And he had a 6-row case case combine at the time. And that's what, he even run cows. He started out with sheep way back in the day, but he got out of that. He might have ran a few cows, maybe. I don't remember for sure, but I'll never forget those tractors.
On 332.
I'm Dennis Smith.
Give me a quick lowdown on your farm.
I bought this farm in '92.
Had you been in farming before that?
Yeah,
How long?
all my life.
Your whole life. Okay.
I'm 60 years old.
So am I. What a coincidence.
I started farming probably in the 80s. First farm I rented.
Parents farmers also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lived next door.
Okay. So you were born and bred
Yeah.
right into it.
Right over here.
So what was it like way back in the beginning?
Well, things wasn't very high back then.
You could actually make a good living in
Oh
the farm.
yeah. Price of corn was like $1.50 and beans $3.50, but the inputs wasn't that high. I think corn was around $100 an acre back then. And it costs you about $500 today to plant an acre of corn.
So in a nutshell, how did we get from there to here today? Because it hasn't been that many years ago.
No. Well, just price of corn got it up to $8. That didn't help. It should have stayed below $3.50 where I see it. Then things would have stayed down. This ground wouldn't got 13,000 in Davis County.
So you ever see a return to those days?
No.
Those days are far gone.
Yep.
Where does corporate farming fit into all this? Or is that the big issue?
Oh yeah. Farms keep getting bigger. And they're not making any money doing it.
So why are they doing it?
I don't know.
So what are your biggest challenges today?
Well, just repair bills cost so much anymore. Like them tires on that tractor, they're about $4,000 today a piece.
Let's go take a look at that tractor, can't we? Yeah, back in the day, $4,000 would buy you an entire tractor and a nice one.
Oh yeah, but when I first bought the 2 sets, I think they cost me $1,300. Today it probably costs you $4,000 a tire.
And what's the maintenance and upkeep like on this tires
Well,
aside?
The sidewalls on these new tires ain't no good because they're half this thick.
Oh my goodness.
They're cheaper made. They won't last probably 10 years.
Let's walk around. Just tell me a little bit about this tractor. This is
Well-
what we always call the 4-wheel drive. I assume that's
Yeah.
still accurate.
Yeah. I bought this tractor to pull a tile plow in. I put my own tile in with it. See how that tire ain't holding up like it should.
It's pretty much like automobile tires anymore, though, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean,
Cars, pickup tires, same way. They don't make them like they used to.
it used to be you put a set of tires on a vehicle and you could get a number of years out of it before you had to replace them again.
Yeah.
And now, where are you putting new tires on? Every 2 years, every 3 years,
Pickup.
depending on how you drive and where you go.
Yeah, I only drive 10,000 miles a year.
That's just incredible. Now, what would a machine like this cost?
A new one, probably 900,000. But I bought this used. It had 6,000 hours on it. Oh, you can put 12,000 hours on them. I think it got probably 7,800 on it.
So, if you had to go replace this right now, would you be able to?
No.
Man.
I'm getting too old.
Is it parts? Is it labor? Is it all of the above?
Well, it's all above. I do all my labor ourselves.
You can do all that. That's got to help a lot.
Oh yeah. You can spend 100,000 just in labor.
Oh, brother.
It don't take much.
So how? I guess the big question is, you look at your overhead and everything.
Yeah, farmer got
How do you make it?
Oh, we scrape by every year. The overhead's high.
Yeah, between the repairs, the cost of parts, and then fuel. We haven't even talked about that yet.
No.
So back to this tractor right here. What would it cost to put fuel in this thing?
I think it holds 250 gallons.
At what
I-
is diesel right now?
I think diesel probably 230. Good diesel got up to what, 3.5
It did.
there not too long ago.
It did. Oh boy.
It takes a lot of diesel to run things anymore.
Now, how many hours can you get on one tank before you have to come back and refill?
Oh, you can run 2 days on
Okay. So how many acres do you have out here?
it. I got about 700 acres.
Okay. Is that typical for the size of a farm?
Oh yeah, anymore.
And what about corporate? Are they farming a whole lot more acres than that?
They just rent most of that ground.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, some of them.
So they don't actually own.
No,
Okay.
that's why rent's so high. The big guy paying more rent, not making anything.
Well, then at what point do they come in and, maybe your farm?
We won't
They
have.
offer you such a good deal, it'd be better off to rent than to do it
I
yourself.
won't do it.
You won't do it. How come?
I'm gonna hand it down to my son.
Okay. Do a lot of guys feel the same way about it, or
Oh yeah.
are there people that will take the rent money and
Oh, there are a lot of people wants a higher rent.
retire and go south like we've talked about?
Yeah. My son's 27. I gave him 40 acres last year to have.
Okay.
Try and get him started.
So you enjoy farming?
Oh, he likes it.
Okay.
Okay, he thinks I need to buy that GPS stuff, put in tractors.
The kids always want the bells and whistles.
Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna pay that much for that stuff.
Is it even worth it to have all that stuff?
Oh, like you're spreading fertilizer, work for that and spraying, but I don't do it. I got 2 eyeballs, I can see.
So you don't need the tractors that drive themselves
No,
around the
no,
field.
no.
I can't even imagine what that would be like.
You just push the button, it'll drive.
Yeah, and it just goes. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so you've got the big 4-wheel drive here. What other tractors have you got?
Oh, there's a couple over there.
Let's go take a look if we can. What's the thing you like most about farming?
I don't like it anymore. 10 years ago, it was all right.
What did you like about it?
Well, you're your own boss. You make a little money. And nowadays, you don't make too much.
And you get outside and
Oh, yeah.
get to be out-
Outside working on stuff.
that's always a good thing.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
the combine.
We have 2 combines in
All
here.
right, I got 3 back here.
Okay.
The newest one's 2004. This is what, 97 model?
Okay.
They was all used when I bought them. The very first combine I bought was 88. I traded it in for the other one in there. Back then, I gave $56,000 for that combine brand new.
I'm almost afraid to ask what one brand new would cost.
Oh, it cost you $800,000 or more. Without the heads.
Yeah, that's just for the combine. Now
Yeah,
what?
Like this head new, it'd be $120,000.
Oh boy. You could wrap up over $1 million in a hurry then.
Oh, it'd be more than that.
So how many guys could afford that? Save the corporate.
Oh, there's probably a few guys out there who afford it, but not too many.
It seems like it's going to be like so many other things that we're dealing with in society. Things are going to get just so high, nobody's going to be able to afford to do
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah. That's why the shed don't have a door on it. They wanted $18,000 for a door.
Oh boy. I don't think people really have any idea of the costs. I mean, we know everything is expensive, but yeah, $18,000 to put a door on.
Right today, it's probably $30,000 now. That was in 2008 for a door.
Oh, it would be then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would easily be. Sure. What else have we got?
These tractors.
Now, are you more of a John Deere guy? Because I see you have some John Deere and you have some Case IH.
Yep. Oh, mostly John Deere, but I bought them Case because they're a lot cheaper to buy. Because that's one there, the highest tractor I got.
That looks like a nice tractor, yeah. That looks like the tractor that would have all the bells and whistles on it.
Oh, it don't have death on it.
So I see you have a loader and a hay fork on it. So that's typically what that's used for.
Oh, yeah.
What else do you do with this
Yeah,
tractor?
I mow hay with it.
Okay.
We haul grain in with it.
Then how about the other two, the 2 Cases? They look like nice tractors too.
Yeah. I had one tractor break down, so I bought this red one here.
Okay.
The other one power shifts out of it right now, so I need to fix it.
You've got John Deere and you've got Case here. At the end of the day, is one really that much better than the other?
Oh, John Deere's better
You think?
in the cab.
How so?
Just comfortable. That red one's the same power as this one. This green one got a lot more power.
Okay. So what all do you raise? You raise crops, you raise livestock,
Yeah,
both?
we got both. When COVID hit, I had about 430 fats in the lot. I lost about 150,000 that year
Oh boy.
feeding them calves
Mm,
because the packers wasn't buying the beef.
sure.
Now they're buying the beef. Good price now.
Yeah. Very good price.
It's going to be hard on people to buy the meat.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
Cause we bought $8 pound of hamburger the other day. I probably won't do that again.
Yeah. Who would have ever thought we'd see that? Is that going to stay there for a while?
Oh, probably a little while.
So you do corn, soybeans?
Yep, corn, beans.
How much, how's that split apart? How many acres corn? How many acres soybeans?
Oh, 2 years ago I planted all corn. I bought the anhydrous $500 a ton. Now it's over $900 a ton.
Things just keep going up and up, don't
Mhm.
they? Well, you're always at the mercy of the elements too. There's so many things of chance, I guess, in this, be it the prices, the weather, the markets. I mean, so many factors
Oh yeah.
that you have no control over whatsoever.
We got so many bugs anymore. Eat the crop.
Do you have insecticides you can put down to control them?
Oh yeah.
Or you just have new varieties that...
Oh, you can buy special corn on certain things, and you have to spray for them. Like last year, I had sudden death in some beans. I had it probably 15 years ago, a couple of years, and then being a wet year last year, I got it again. But then beans still made 80 bushel.
Wow.
So
Is that good?
oh yeah.
What's a typical good yield year for corn and beans?
Oh, in 23, I had 320 bushel of corn out here. That's the best corn I ever raised. So that's pretty good. And beans, one year I had some 100 bushel beans.
Does that happen often?
No, just once, that 1 year. We had 4 beans in a pod.
So you just had one of those good years where everything lined up just right. That probably doesn't come around very often.
But I fertilized them beans twice that year.
Uh-huh.
And that helped. But fertilizer being so high, you can't afford to buy it.
Now, you talked about the bugs too, and there's one other pest. I don't know how detrimental it is, but we're in deer country out here.
Oh.
You have a lot of...
The deer was hard on the corn last year. They just stayed out in it. The raccoons.
Well, what else can we take a look at here?
You know, like this wagon. I bought it brand new in 96. Paid $6,700 for it. These wagons today cost you $32,000. The same wagon.
It's just a standard gravity flow wagon, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, I got another tractor sitting back there. There's a couple more. But
Well, let's go take a look.
they're back in the building.
Sure, I don't care.
You can't get to them. I know this combine won't start because batteries. That's one thing I want to say. Batteries anymore. They used to last 15 years. You might get 3 or 4 years out of new.
That's
batteries.
it?
Yeah.
Boy.
They're double in price or more.
You know, with all that, it almost seems like, and I don't know who or all that, and without getting into the conspiracy of it all, it almost seems like, we'll call it the system, for lack of anything better.
I bought this tractor in 2002. Gave $80,000 for it.
Looks like a nice tractor.
Yeah, I think I only had like 600 hours on it. This is my wife's tractor. She won't let me trade it off.
What does she use it for?
Oh, she used to drive it. You used to have the auger card on it.
Okay.
I don't know, you can get through here or not. Get through there?
A little bit of a tight squeeze, but I think, well, maybe. We made it. Okay, this must be the planter you were telling me about.
Yeah. I just keep putting repairs on it. Keep it working.
So as much as it costs to repair something, it's still cheaper in the long run to keep fixing it than to go replace it.
Yeah. I need to get it out and start working on it.
Okay, now is that doesn't look like a John Deere tractor up there.
Yeah, that's another one.
Oh, it is? Okay.
The water pumps out here.
All right.
That's the one I bought in 92.
Okay. Now, what model tractor is that?
It's a John Deere 4960.
Okay.
Yeah, that combine will hold 500 bushel of corn.
Right in the hopper?
Yeah. That's why we re-weld the rims on the other side. Oh, that weight's a little hard on it.
About how much would 500 bushel weigh?
Oh, 56 pounds. What's that?
Per bushel?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, 30,000 pounds?
Give or take. That's a lot of weight. You are correct.
Yeah, I think them wagons, when they're full, they weigh around 67,000.
Well, you're towing a lot of weight in from the field then, aren't you?
That's why they got them semi-tires on.
Yeah.
We do all our welding. Welding rods, 50-pound box used to cost $60. Now it's $180 a box, 50-pound box.
Everything is just costing more, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. For everybody. Go in the grocery store. Gosh, because my son's a pretty good welder anymore.
Well, really, as a farmer, you've got to be a jack of all trades, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Seems like it.
Okay, you welded that in there. See that rim in there?
Uh-huh.
And it's already like them tires on that combine. They're $18,000 a piece.
18,000.
That was a couple of years ago, so they're probably a little higher now.
What's the difference in the two combines?
Oh, this one over here, 7 years newer. They got the rotor in it. This just got the cylinder in it.
Okay.
And this one's a little bit bigger horsepower.
Different brand head, is that right?
Yeah, Draper head.
Okay.
The parts on them are right too. They come from overseas.
Everything comes from overseas.
This
I mean,
corn
we're
head's
paying a lot more money.
This corn head's made in Italy.
So what would have to happen? And you said earlier it's not going to happen. This is just the course that we seem to be on, and there's probably no going back.
No.
But if it was, what would have to happen to get back to the days where cost would be a lot lower?
Mm-hmm.
You could make a decent profit at this.
Yeah.
What has to take place?
Well, price of seed, corn, fertilizer, and spray needs to come down.
How do you do that? How do they come down?
I don't know.
Is it
All the farmers need to pull together and quit buying it.
so? Is it companies just jacking the
Oh,
price
yeah.
up
'Cause
because they can?
China owns a lot of seed companies anymore. They're doing it.
So in a way, it's kind of like, well, everything in society. If people would just band together
Mhm.
as a whole and say enough of this,
Just like our property taxes. We need to bond together and get them back down. 'Cause they're too high.
oh, they're way too high.
Mhm.
Yeah, how do people even afford their homes anymore?
I know. They're building new homes, pay $15,000 just in tax.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day that basically said we're not too far off from people not being able to even afford homes anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
you're seeing people live more in campers now and
Yeah.
maybe trailers and then these tiny houses just because who can afford the
Yeah.
other?
I went in last year, complained about our house. We still got dirt floor in the basement in a room. They keep raising that house, property tax on it. It was built in 1910.
It is a different world to be sure.
When I started farming, I was getting paid $3.50 an hour, $5. I was making a good living off of that.
Yeah.
Okay, you went to the grocery store and spend $10 a week, 20.
And make it work just fine.
Mhm.
Now you come out with 2 or 3 sacks and $150.
Yeah. 'Cause it's hard on a family with kids.
It is.
Some of them kids probably ain't getting fed.
That's why a lot of them during the school year, they have the free and
Mhm.
reduced lunches.
Yeah.
Those may be breakfast and lunch at school, maybe
Yeah.
all those kids
Mhm.
get, which is incredible in a country like this where we're supposed to have so much food and so much of everything else.
It's supposed to be cheap.
It's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What the farmer sells, corn and bean wise, is cheap.
so where is all the money going? Whose pockets is it going into?
Them big people gets the big check.
Dennis, I don't want to hold you any longer. Anything we need to see or talk about that we haven't?
No.
Okay.
Oh, this one got 2 seats.
That would do it.
Yeah.
Of course, I grew up riding on the Fender. Boy, I remember as a kid, I'd ride with my uncle or my grandfather out plowing. I'd ride that Fender all day long. And it somehow never got too hard. Oh, was that the radio or the GPS?
think of that tractor ride?
Nice tractor. I haven't been in a tractor in I don't know how many years.
You think they're comfortable?
Well, I don't know that I would want to ride all day in that little seat. But remember when we used to ride the tractors back in the day, you sat on the fender.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, back when we were 10, 12, nobody cared.
No.
But I would hate to do that at our age now.
Well, and things were different in those days too. I mean, some of them you didn't have cabs. You know, you didn't get the wind blew on you, the rain fell on you.
Oh, the tractor that, the John Deere 2510. I think I referenced in another video that we did. That had no cab, no umbrella, no nothing. I mean, you're out in the elements all day long.
Oh yeah.
I used to ride with my uncle most of the day while we planted corn and beans. I sat on that fender. Remember the old Fender radios the tractors used to
Yeah,
have
the old
back
flip
then?
up thing kept it from the weather.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, but how things have changed so much in the days. I mean, but farming is still farming.
Well, that's been 50 years ago. Now, okay, 50 years is a block of time, I'll grant it. But over the grand scheme of it all, 50 years is not really that long.
No.
And look at everything that we've seen change. Well, you heard Dennis talking about how good the 90s were. You know,
Sure.
costs were a lot lower. The price of the grain was better.
Sure.
And you could actually make it.
You can't
Some of the
today.
numbers he was throwing around in this video, I mean, you can't even wrap your brain around.
No. I mean, 20, 30, 40 years ago, someone said something was $1 million, you'd laugh your butt off because you wouldn't think, there's no way that could be worth that.
We're not even talking about tractors. A couple of the implements out back that he showed me, and some of them you're talking $150,000
Yeah.
for a disc, a planter. Oh, try one of those.
Yeah.
We're just talking about astronomical numbers. And he told me in the video, costs, by the time you factor everything together, the cost of the grain, the fuel, the cost of parts and labor, and everything that goes into it.
Yep.
You know, your costs each year can be well in excess of $100,000.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you have a year where crops are bad because of drought or whatever, prices aren't good, I guess no wonder a lot of farmers struggle to keep their head above water.
And see, people that live in other parts of the country and even over the world have no idea what this costs. They don't see it.
I don't think a lot of people just around here know what some of those costs are.
I mean, it's not what you think.
I mean, numbers that he was throwing out were just staggering. I can well understand why it would be virtually impossible for a younger person with basically nothing to make a go of farming.
And they can't.
They can't.
There's just no way.
And so many farmers, the way things are going, and it doesn't look like anything's going to change.
No.
Every year you're going to lose some farmers. And if those farmers aren't replaced by the younger generation, then what's going to happen? Now you're going to talk about food shortages on down the row. Then watch what costs do going to the grocery store and everything else.
Yeah, we think prices are high now.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
But see, this is all of what we got. People have no idea that it's not the farmer's fault. They grow the crops. It's the middleman in between that makes this things more expensive. But if the farmers can't make money and pay for their crops and pay for their living, well, guess what? When they get shortage, it's going to make even more cost for the people out there because they're going to have to get the food from somewhere.
Well, just like the consumer is getting gouged in so many different ways. So is the farmer.
Oh,
Most of your parts now are coming from China. They're
Absolutely.
cheaper built, but they cost an astronomical amount of money. So you're getting inferior quality. They've got to be replaced more often, which
Yep.
is the cost of parts and labor and all that good stuff.
yep.
You know, several of the farmers we've been visiting with, fortunately, they're able to replace a lot of the parts themselves. So you're saving some in labor there, although depending on the size of the repair, and the size of the part, you're going to have some help.
Absolutely. Well, and also too, they're making it now to where you can't even repair it yourself. You know?
Just like our vehicles. You can't even change the oil in your own vehicle anymore.
No.
Shoot, you can't even replace the headlight in your own vehicle anymore.
No. Well, I mean, just think about it. I mean, but here we are.
Yeah, this is what we're stuck with. So the future is not real bright.
Well, we hoped you liked what we shot here today, folks. And Mark, it's been an eye-opening, to say the least.
Yeah, it has. I mean, even if you've been around farming before, and last time I've been around a family farm was my own a lot of years ago, and I didn't even realize how out of hand, well, just flat out of control things have gotten.
Yeah. So,
We see it from our standpoint when we go to buy goods and services, but the overhead of a farmer is just astronomical.
it is. And prices are only going to go higher.
Yeah, not going to get any better.
So folks, we're going to wrap it up here. We're glad you could watch this, and we look forward to your comments. And if you like this video, please comment and also give us a thumbs up. And if you do please like and subscribe. We really would appreciate it. So for the Backroads channel, I'm Rich.
And I'm Mark. We'll see you on down the road.
Here on the Backroads channel.